Good morning, this is Dwayne, and today I'd like to talk about 5 powerful shortcuts to successful music practice times. Okay? A lot of people ask me about practice, how much they should practice and when, and so on and so forth. So here's some general ideas that you can use. First of all, practice using spaced repetition. Don't practice for 2 hours a day in one session. Break it up. If you intend to practice 2 hours a day, that's wonderful, but break it up into bite-sized capsules so that you can digest the material without getting bloated or bored. And remember that the brain can only absorb what the seat of education can stand. So, you get tired sitting on that bench for 2 hours. So break it up into 4 half-hour sessions or, any way you want to break it up, but do break it up. Break it up between morning and evening. And if you can play midday, all the better, but at least morning and evening to break it up, okay? It's called spaced repetition, and practice is a lot more effective when you do it that way anyway. The second key is to practice slowly. I once witnessed a great classical pianist, whose name you would recognize right away. He was warming up before a concert. He played a simple scale, I think it was a B scale, and he played it not like this. He didn't play it rapidly, he played it note by note, very methodically and slowly, staring at each note as he played it. Lifted his fingers high, very specific like that. Now, obviously, he could have played that scale 100 times faster because, in the pieces, he had to do that. But there's some kind of genius in slow. Something happens in our brain and makes the connections when playing is slow and methodical. There's a time later on for rapid practice, but most of the time, practice slowly and methodically. Remember the old story of the turtle and the rabbit? Who won? Right, not the speedy rabbit, but the turtle. So take a tip from the turtle and practice slowly. So you want to use spaced repetition and you want to practice slowly. The third thing you should do is practice small bites. One of the worst practice habits I see students make is to practice the entire song from start to finish, errors and all. Play the song all the way through. That's not a good idea at all. You should analyze the song and learn one phrase at a time. Take the very first phrase and just play that over and over again slowly, then a bit faster, then finally up to speed. But it takes time to do that. So practice slowly and practice in small bites. And then after you do the first phrase, then do the next phrase the same way, okay? And so on. It's like the old joke. How do you eat an elephant? Bite by bite, right? So 3 principles there are practicing spaced repetition, practicing slowly, and practicing using small bites. The fourth principle is to learn music theory. This is so important. Don't just practice playing notes. Try to understand what you're playing. Is a chord being broken up? If the music goes like this, something like that, analyze that and see what that's made of. What I just played was all the C chord just broken up like so. And that happens a lot in music, okay? Music is mostly broken chords and broken scale fragments, okay? And so learn to analyze that music. How long is the phrase in terms of measures? I'd like to count the song and see how many measures there are in a song, because lots of them are standard 12-bar or 16-bar, 24-bar songs. And then when you understand the form of the piece or song, in other words, there could be a theme, and then another theme, the same theme repeated, and then a bridge or a middle part, and then back to the theme. So that's called A form, and that's the most used form in music. So look for forms like that. And then look at the dynamics, the louds and softs, the crescendos and the decrescendos, getting louder, getting softer. And of course you have to, ask yourself what key the song is in and what scale it's based on. What sharps or flats are there? Does it have accidentals? Are there repeat signs? Don't just play through a song, but analyze all that. Read all of that stuff before you really start to practice, okay? So our 4 principles so far are to practice using spaced repetition, practice slowly, practice small bites, learn music theory, and finally, set short-term goals and long-term goals and reward yourself when you reach them. I'm constantly surprised that music students don't set goals to achieve. Why not? Nothing is more common among athletes than setting goals. If you know an athlete, you know that he's always trying to better his time and get a personal best. But I don't know many pianists that say, okay, this is my personal best on on that particular run and try to work on something until they get it and then reward themselves. And the reward could be as simple as when you can do that smoothly, go get an ice cream cone. So put a carrot in front of your nose so that you're reaching out to to some goal. Nothing's more common among salespeople or teachers or professional people in diverse areas than setting goals. So why don't music students set music practicing goals? I don't know. But you can give yourself a huge advantage if you'll do it. So make it your goal, for example, to learn section A of a piece by next Tuesday and master it. Then section B the following Friday and the entire piece by the following Wednesday or whatever, okay? So those are just 5 piano tips about music practice. It'll help you achieve your goals, and it'll be a lot more fun. So that's it for today. Thanks for being with me. If you enjoy these free piano tips, come on over to playpiano.com and sign up for them because I think you'll love them. So bye-bye for now.